Hey everyone, it's Pastor Tyson. I want to share with you a guy I've mentioned once before, but a friend of mine who I've gotten to know over the past year. His name is Tanner Olson. He is a traveling professional Lutheran and Christian poet who goes by the name Written to Speak. He's got some amazing stuff, and I thought I would ask him if he could share a little explanation about one of his poems. How does he come up with it? What's it mean to him? And then if he could share it with us. And so here is Tanner Olson from Written to Speak with his poem to share with us today and with some explanation. Please check it out, and at the end you can always find more. He's got a YouTube page, we'll link that below and share it. He's got books. You can always get more of his stuff for free, or if you want some more stuff to share, you can support him that way as well on his mission to share the good news through poetry. So here is my friend and very talented guy, Tanner Olson.
Hello, my name is Tanner Olson. I'm an author, poet, and speaker living in Nashville, Tennessee, and this morning I'd like to share with you a story about the parable of the lost son and then a poem as well. The parable of the lost son is found in Luke chapter 15, verses 11 to 27, and if it's okay with you, I'd like to just read that scripture for us today. It goes like this. There was a man who had two sons. The younger one said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate." So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all that he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And here I am starving to death. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and he went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' So they began to celebrate. Now, there's more to this story, but that's all that we're going to be focusing in on. So what happens, right? It's the prodigal son, he leaves. Maybe he's frustrated with waiting or frustrated with how life is going. It appears that he wants to change his life completely and become someone new. He runs away from his family and tries to find himself or happiness or hope, and it doesn't go well. The story ends in a way I never thought it would. Right? How does the father respond to his son? The father responds with love and grace and open arms. And this is how God responds to you and me. He welcomes us home. He meets us. He runs to us. He reminds us that we are loved and forgiven and accepted. And I know that I need to be reminded that I am loved, forgiven, and accepted. God throws a party for us, just like the father throws a party for his lost son. After reading this story, I decided to write a poem about it. And it goes like this, and it's called Prodigal Son. I was 10 by the time that I wanted to be 6, 7, 8, or 9 again. And if there's one thing that I could tell myself back then, it's what I've been telling myself every now and again. I am not alone. And 2 would be to write until the words rhyme. And 3, 4, 5, run until the sun shines. Art is made when you color outside of the lines. And you can believe her when she says everything is going to be fine. You can believe her when she says everything is going to be fine. And I am a lot of things. But one thing I am is becoming. And I am becoming as I spin and swim through the water and words splashed and spoken over me. Becoming as I let the hot questions become coals as they burn. Smoke signals to the sky, my clouded wonderings spinning high. And I am becoming as I allow myself to sit and to be and to ask and to turn toward grace and to meet you face to face, to say, I don't know. To say I'm sorry, to say I'm learning to let go, to say I've been wrong, but to not be done, because I am a lot of things. But one thing I am is far from done. I'm far from done. Like the prodigal son. Dirty feet to match the past, fear to steal my present. A clouded mind making beauty blind, quite the contrast from a love that continues to last. A light beaming bright with the echo of a father running to his son, speaking and screaming words that keep me from coming undone. And I can hear him say, "Son, welcome home. Welcome back to where you belong." And I am a lot of things, but one thing I am not is my past. Grace has stretched back to where my memories burn and last, to misery-riddled moments that hold guilt and steal sleep and make me question you, me, and every little thing. But grace stretched back to the mistakes made in the wide open unknown. It stretches back to rock bottom and beyond. It stretches back with an invitation that will last, to begin again and again and again. And I am a lot of things. But one thing I am is welcomed home, where I can be me and rest my weary and wondering eyes, heart, soul, and feet. And I've returned because of this grace that's been shown, and I don't need to prove that I have gone on and grown, and you may very well always see me for who I used to be. But that boy has become a man. Steps change to follow God's plan, and I am learning to see me differently, to see me as he sees me, and he sees me differently. And I am a lot of things, but one thing I am is not alone. I am not alone. I am many things, but I am not alone. I am welcomed home. And so that's what I'm going to hold on to. That we are welcomed home. No matter what we have done or where we have been, God welcomes us home. You are welcomed home.